Rush gets pinballed. Dana Williams shows her sensitive side, and Brad Pitt's about to make music. Plus, Eddie Vedder's Earthling is set for landing. Hey there, everyone. I'm Katie Darrell, and this is the Music High Five. Today, we're going to roll through some music headlines, some rock star interviews, and a whole lot more. Let's go ahead and get started with the quick hits. No Grammys for you. Looks like the 64th annual ceremony has been postponed due to the Omicron COVID-19 variant. Stand by for a new date to be announced. David Bowie's estate has sold the late singer's catalog to Warner Chappell. Financial details were not released, but sources say Bowie's catalog is worth more than $250 million. And it looks like David Lee Roth is taking an earlier road to retirement as his remaining Las Vegas shows have been canceled. You guessed it, due to rising COVID cases. Plus, The Weeknd's new album, Dawn FM, just dropped today with collabs from Jim Carrey, Quincy Jones, Tyler the Creator, and more. Let's bounce from those headlines and get to the Music High Five. Number 1, it's a brand new year. We may have just started 2022, but we can't help but want to look back on all the epic releases that 2021 gave us. Top debuts from Lil Nas X and Olivia Rodrigo put them on a solid path with the start of their careers, while Eurovision Song Contest winners Måneskin exploded out of Italy with top songs I Want to Be Your Slave and their cover of Beggin' by the Four Seasons. 2021 also saw classic groups like Foo Fighters and ABBA release well-respected albums. Halsey and Billie Eilish dipped into the wild waves of rock, and of course, Adele returned to music after a 6-year hiatus with 30. Billboard staff members even named Silk Sonic's Leave the Door Open as their best song of 2021. Here's to 2022 giving us even more epic music. Number 2, Dana Williams is getting vulnerable. LA-based singer-songwriter Dana Williams has dropped another single on us. Her track, titled Sensitive, brings all the feels. You have a new single. It's called Sensitive. Walk me through the story of this.
I identify as an extremely sensitive person. So Sensitive is really, it's sort of a more fun song, actually, about being sensitive and trying to learn how to put my feelings aside and enjoy the moment.
Your inspirations growing up, I have been told, include Billie Holiday, Ella Fitzgerald. Who else is on this list?
Well, growing up, my absolute favorite was always Ella Fitzgerald. My grandma was a singer, so she showed me all of the standards, and I just really, really, really clung to Ella Fitzgerald. I also love Carole King and, of course, Amy Winehouse and Chet Baker and Nina Simone. So, yeah.
We're going to jump back into that interview in a little bit, but right now it's time for number 3. Number 3, 1,000 points. Looks like we're heading for the classics, my friends. Stern Pinball has just unveiled their new lineup of pinball machines, all focusing around the band Rush. Featuring 3 editions, Pro, Premium, and Limited Edition, you'll be immersed with exclusive Rush concert footage and guided by custom speech coming from Rush's very own Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson. Number 4, Studio Miraval is coming back. That's right, legendary recording studio Miraval is coming back, all thanks to Brad Pitt. In the late 70s and 80s, the recording studio became famous and highly sought after due to the landmark records that were created there. From AC/DC to The Cure to Pink Floyd, the studio has heard epic music before anyone else. Now, after 20 years of neglect, Brad Pitt is ready to give some care to the studio and open it up for new musicians. The facility will open this summer, and we cannot wait to hear what comes from it. Number 5, music, movie, Roundup. 2022 is all about music movies, and boy, do we already have a ton of lineups. Janet Jackson's first part of her documentary, Janet, is set to premiere on January 28th on A&E and Lifetime, with an inside look at the artist's very private life. Carole King and James Taylor's new concert film, Just Call Out My Name, is out now through CNN. Fans of Ronnie Dio can expect an emotional documentary celebrating the life and music of the late singer later this year. And get a seat-shaking experience by seeing the Beatles' farewell rooftop concert in IMAX theaters. Let's go ahead and jump into some super sweet new music videos. Chrissy hits fans with a music video for her slow jam, Sometimes. Jamaican reggae singer, songwriter, and rapper Coffee has released the new music video, The Harder They Fall. And Mabel has released a beautiful cover of the Cyndi Lauper classic, Time After Time. I'm a sucker for new music videos. Let's go ahead and hop back to our featured interview of the day. Dana, you have been described as an edgy Norah Jones. Quite the compliment.
That is a compliment. Yeah, I grew up listening to her. I love her voice, her songwriting, everything. So it is a great compliment.
Can we talk about music video?
Yes. So the music video, I'm really excited about it, actually. I had one of my best friends shoot it. She shot Honey. Her name's Red Martin Jankel. And I just... I called her on the phone one night and I was like, I have this idea. I want to put rhinestones on my face. And my normal go-to, like my natural habitat is to be in nature. So you'll see a lot of videos of me like by the beach or in the woods or whatever, you know, and I thought this time around, since it's a more intimate song about trying to be more comfortable in my feelings, I would like to keep it more intimate. And so, I called her and I was like, I would love to do something more intimate, just focusing on lighting and my expression, and wanted to put rhinestones on my face to sort of like create, reflections, and she helped me sort through it, and then we shot it together. It was so much fun.
Let's go ahead and talk about your holiday EP, Holidays with a Z, correct?
Yes.
I love it. What's the vibe on this?
So, as usual, it's slightly melancholy, though I love the holidays. I always, as I said, I grew up listening to standards and jazz, and I feel like there's the classics. I grew up listening to like Ella Fitzgerald and Louis Armstrong's holiday EP. So I always wanted to write a holiday song and do a holiday album, but I wasn't sure how to do it in a way that was not going to be, something that's already been done or cheesy, So I guess last year during quarantine, when we were all in lockdown, I wrote a holiday song about, how strange the holidays have become surrounded by the stress and anxiety of a pandemic. So that's what Happy Holidays is about. I did a cover of Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas as well, which is a song that I love. I wanted to include a song that wasn't necessary, like specific to any holiday. So
yes, I know where this is going, and I love this song.
Thank you. So I did a cover of California Dreamin' by the Mamas and the Papas, which is a song I've always loved.
You are described as an LA singer-songwriter. How does the city of LA play into your music?
I think that obviously I spent a lot of time in New York, and I was deeply affected by the jazz scene. I think that LA lends itself to a slower pace, more mellow, low-key vibe, and I think that that sort of describes my music. And then also LA, it's like the city of dreams, and there's sort of like this dark undercurrent of like wanting and sadness, but the sun is always shining. So I feel like this kind of like melancholy, mellow vibe of my songwriting.
Last year, Fender marked you as an artist to keep their eyes on. What artists are you looking at right now?
I love her and Jasmine Sullivan and Joy Crooks and Hope Tala. Leon Bridges just put out a new album that I love. There's so much great music out now.
Well, Happy Holidays is the name of Dana Williams' new EP. The latest single is called Sensitive, and all of it is available now. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Listen, I am here to keep you organized. Grab your Sharpie because it's time to mark your calendars. Wolfgang Van Halen's band Mammoth has their tour kicking off on January 21st. Eddie Vedder's album Earthling is available February 11th, but pre-order is available right now. You can rock out with his new song The Haves until then. And John 5 and the Creatures will hit the road starting April 21st in support of the Sinner album. The tour starts in California and will hit cities in Texas, New York, Pennsylvania, and more. Make sure to grab your tickets. Music news is always happening, so keep listening. I'm Katie Darrell, and that's the Music High Five.